Hey ladies, it's Faith, and these are the basics of 3D foundation for all my girls who are new to Seint. Maybe you've ordered your product, maybe it's just arrived, and you're wondering, what do I do now? Okay, so I matched you to a minimum of 4 colors: your contour, your main highlight, your brightening highlight, and at least one lip and cheek, and your compact. So when it arrives, here's your compact. You're gonna open it up, and your colors come in these little magnetic tins. So I'm gonna start with contour. I'm gonna slide that out, and I'm gonna place it right in my compact. All right, now let's talk about placement. Okay, I want you to start out using your finger, tapping into your contour, and I want you to feel back here where your ear is and that where your jawbones meet. That's where we're gonna start. We're gonna scoop out, kind of carve out this cheekbone. Remember, our contour is great for sculpting, so we're gonna stop right about the outer corner of our eye. We're gonna go along our hairline, under our jawline to sculpt out that jawbone. And if you want, kind of on the top side of your nose, if you want to do a nose contour. Don't have to, it's completely up to you. Also, you can go a little bit under your lower lip to create some fullness there, okay? So that's where we're gonna place our contour. It's gonna go in those same spots every time. And then stay tuned for part 2. We're gonna put our main highlight on next, all right? But there's our contour lesson. Forehead, hairline, cheekbone, jawline, nose. Okay, here's part 2 of our basics of 3D foundation lesson. So next we're gonna start with our main highlight. This is the color that is closest to your skin tone, or maybe even a little darker, and it's going to even out, cover any areas of redness. All right, so we're gonna place this in the areas where we don't have contour. The beauty of 3D foundation is that we're just doing one layer of product on our face, putting the colors where we need them, okay? I'm using my finger just to dot them on. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. You probably got a brush that you can also apply with. I kind of mix this up and do it differently based on how I'm feeling for the day. All right, so we've got our main highlight placed in these areas where we don't have contour. I have not really gone under my eye because we're gonna add our brightening highlight in that spot, okay? All of these products are so highly pigmented that I want you to be careful you're not using too much product on your face. So that's why I kind of want you to play around with application, whether you use your finger, whether you are using a brush and you tap into the product with your brush. I don't want you to swipe and get too much on there. So just a tap, 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 and then place it where you need on your face, okay? But they have great coverage, highly pigmented, so we don't want to put too much product on our face. So next up, we're going to do our brightening highlight. All right, here's part 3 of our 3D foundation. So next is our brightening highlight. This is an accent highlight that we're going to use in areas like under our eyes where we want to add a little bit of brightness. Now when we do this, we're going to put a little dab in our inner corner and our outer corner, and when we blend, we will blend this out under our eye, but we want to be careful not to put too much product under our eye. That's an area where we have very sensitive skin and it tends to show more texture and fine lines and wrinkles. So we just want to limit the product that we put there, the amount. And also the color, we don't want to go too bright under our eye just to emphasize those areas of texture and fine lines. So we're dabbing, we're putting a little dot there, there. I also like to do this on my eyelid to even out that skin tone. And then you can come down the center of your nose, a little bit in your forehead, right here on either side of your Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the center of your chin. We're gonna bring lightness and brightness to the center of our face, all right? So, part 4 will be our lip and cheek color, and then we're gonna blend all this out. Trust the process. I know it looks scary right now, but I promise the end result is going to be amazing. All right, part 4, our lip and cheek. So this is a pretty pink color. It's called pink grapefruit. I'm gonna just pop that into the last spot on my compact. And then I'm going to apply with my finger. I'm gonna do several dots right above this contour line, okay? And then when we blend this, it will just kind of melt together, and we'll have the definition from our contour and a pretty pop of color on our cheek. Okay, this can also go on our lips. One thing I'll tell you is they're, again, very highly pigmented, so they look a little scary in the tin. A little goes a long way, and you can build the coverage. So if it's too bright for you, just don't do as much. But they also will just, as they sit on the skin, they kind of melt in and become one with the skin, and it might look a little much at first, but it tones down and just looks beautiful. All right, so we're gonna blend all this together next. Starting from lightest to darkest, I'm blending these colors into the skin. I'm tapping and stippling and pressing the product in. I'm not swiping and moving it all around. When it comes to the cheek, I'm gonna tap into both my contour and my cheek color, and they just kind of blend together and melt beautifully. All right, so stipple, press the product in, blend it all out. See, you did it. I told you to trust the process, and now we've got gorgeous, glowing skin that looks natural and beautiful with our 3D foundation. Good job. Okay, to set your cream makeup is going to depend on what kind of skin you have. So if you have areas where you tend to get oily, you can take your brush and a loose translucent setting powder or your vanilla dust setting powder that clips into your compact, and just tap it into the areas where you tend to get a little shiny. We don't necessarily need to put this everywhere, but tap it into the areas where you get shiny. That's one option. If you don't have oily skin, then you can take some setting spray, spray it on a makeup sponge or even your brush. And I like the makeup sponge because you can tap that into the skin. The benefit of this is it's also going to pick up any extra product that you might have that might just be sitting on the skin, especially here under the eyes, that we don't need. We want to minimize any creasing or settling. So you can tap that with that setting spray all over your skin. All right. Okay, do keep in mind though that the benefit of these cream products is that they do give us a second skin finish, a very natural, radiant, youthful glow. It may take some time getting used to, maybe for your skin to adjust. It might be different than what you normally wear, but I promise you're going to love it. Once you give some time to adjust, you're going to love the radiant, youthful glow that these cream products give you.